Leo, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. What's up? What's going on? So, for those who are new, yours and theirs is an energy read between yourself and someone else. Therefore, does not have to be about a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover type situation. It's whoever fits the dynamic as I'm describing it. So it could be about a family member or friend too. Keep that in mind. But yes, of course, it could be about a special someone. Yeah? Regardless, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs is energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. Normal. Frustrating, but normal. Check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Okay. The disclaimers are really real. Indeed. And I have another one for you. I have a cold on top of my pollen allergies. Fantastic. So my voice is deeper and grittier, if you can believe it. But yeah, lots of throat clearing, sipping on a drink, and then possibly I might have to use my inhaler. Don't let that concern you. It's normal for me. Okay. What's going on? Yeah. We got hit with the cold. I did. My daughter did. Even poor Cinnamon. She had the sneezes and the coughs for, all of us for about a solid 3 days. It was one of those fast-acting colds that just hits hard, but it also exits fairly quickly. So it's not too bad comparatively where I was. Really, it's not. It's just the asthma on top of it. Pollen-induced asthma. I'll tell you what, Leo, I'll tell you what. Anyway, just to let you know. What's going on, please? Show me Leo in their person. Show me Leo in their person. As such, just given all that, and just decided we're going to do band teas this week. Absolutely. Let's just get out the band tea shirts, After all, we're still technically in tour season, so we'll dial it down a little bit. What's going on, please, for Leo in their person? Show me Leo in their person. Appropriate for you, as I do believe, as I recall, actually Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, I think he's a Leo. There you go. What's going on, please? Show me Leo in their person. Show me Leo in their person. If memory serves, show me Leo in their person. Show me Leo in their person. Yes, that's what I'm looking for right there. We're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. What's going on? Okay, Page of Swords, Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Very practical there. Judgment. Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, yes. Overview, the Lovers. Well, it's interesting because I got a lukewarm temperature check right here on your baseline, and then your overview is like anything but lukewarm. It's a hot wire. Like, don't touch it. Don't even look at it. It could hurt you. As the Lovers, it has that gunpowder effect. But over here it's like, no, this is a below warm temperature bath for me. Page of Swords, Six of Swords, the Knight of Wands. I see you leaving a minuscule thought behind, not wanting to entertain it anymore, if you ever really did. There's something about it. It's like I'm going to part ways with that particular thought. It's too small and or insignificant, and it's just something you don't want to think about anymore. Or force yourself to try. I don't know. It just seems to be correct for you because your energy picks up into a Knight of Wands, something more relaxed, light, playful, something I would associate with Leo. Absolutely. Someone connected to you, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. I don't know what to make of that. It's very slow. Slow is not a crime. But it's very practically built. I'm not seeing any emotionality in this. There is a sense of back and forth between this person and you as they perceive it. It doesn't seem to be in a rush, and it doesn't seem to be too giving either. It's kind of like, this is the speed and or temperature that works for me. And what's here between you two, Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, it's kind of like, well, it's time to decide. And it's something I say all the time. It's time to pony up the dough. What have we learned? What are we feeling? What are we doing? It's time to own up to it. You know, something's either correct for us or it's not. And I'm seeing that same kind of feedback right here. Somebody saying, I've taken a crack at this for a long while, Seven of Pentacles. Is this good enough? Am I at a resting point that I find is acceptable? Based on lessons of the past, is this where I'm supposed to be? Or is this as good as it gets? Big difference, right? Big difference between this is where I'm supposed to be and I know it and I see it, versus this is as good as it gets and I know it and see it. We got to figure out if this is what we want, because time is showing up. Speaking of stones, it's like time is on my side. It kind of feels like that. There doesn't seem to be any pressure here, but there is this recognition that, you know, it's time to face facts and see things for where they are. I agree. But as like I said, it's still such a lukewarm temperature check compared to that Lovers. That's just kicking it off. So we're going to open with that right there. Let's take a look at that Lovers connection, please. Excuse me. The vocal cords are always the first thing to go and the last thing to recover. Let's say that Lovers, please. Let's say the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Even poor Cinnamon, I'll tell you what. She was sneezing her head off for like 3 or 4 times. And she kept looking at me like, fix it. And I'm like, honey, I can't. Oh, poor baby. She is, as of tomorrow, 8 months old. Oh, my baby, my husky. Let's say that Lovers, please. Show me the Lovers. 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 Such a firecracker, and then everything else is like, eh. It's interesting. It's interesting for a Leo reading. What's going on? The Knight of Wands, there it is. Page of Cups. Star. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's annoying. Trust me, it annoys me more. I'm used to it. I've lived with this all my life, but still it's annoying. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, the Star. Ooh, baby, that's the opposite of lukewarm. That is... Yes. That's that kind of high temperature and humidity that makes the most exotic flowers grow. That is gorgeous. Okay. Now, the downside is that you have to deal with the high heat and humidity, but oh my God, it's only under those conditions can something like that flourish. I mean, that is gorgeous. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, the Star. So we have particular feelings about it. I don't know why this is making me laugh. I have no idea. It's good. It clears the throat. I have no idea why it's making me laugh, but it hits so hard. It almost makes somebody a little weak in the knees. The passion for this is ridiculous, boo-boo. I mean, it's so high. It is so high, and it hits your pleasure zone. It hits your pleasure gap, however it is you want to put it, and it makes you a little weak in the knees, and you're like, the temperature and the humidity is worth it. Just pass me a fan. I'll be okay. It's kind of like that, or a cool drink, however it is you want to put it. Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, Stars. I mean, your energy is down here. I see it towards your bottom line, but it's impacting you now, in this moment, to this day. A very strong connection that hits you right in the old feels. So as we know, or it might be a minute, the Lovers is a multi-layer bonding system, which automatically means it's complicated, but therefore most rewarding if two people figure it out, right? So this is where we have the mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual entanglement. It's all those things. It's intriguing, it's intense, it's difficult, it's challenging, but it makes you want to melt, right? And I see how this will make you want to melt thoroughly. It evokes your natural passion. And it makes you want to open up your heart toward the stars. In other words, possibly see this as a long-term vision, you know? I don't blame you. It's the kind of breathtaking vision that we would all want to see ourselves in. And it hit you like a whopper. So again, Leo, what the hell is this? Why is this such a lukewarm baseline? Let's talk about it. Let's see. Typically, I would have skipped that little Page of Swords, but we're not. A little bit of insight, but not doing anything. Six of Swords, you're moving away from that. I want to see what it is that you just don't want to keep thinking about anymore, or not participating in. Because again, the Page of Swords is not equipped to do anything. The most helpless of all the pages. It's this idea of, I look at it, I'll watch it, but I can't do much else with it, and I don't know that I want to. You know, I don't know if I can aspire to. I don't know if I can give it much more of my thought, time, energy, attention, and effort. What is this Page of Swords, please? Show me this Page of Swords, please. And no, for those of you who ask, I cannot just quote-unquote take time off. That's not how it works. I wish it did, but it's not. I do more than one thing, you guys. Let's see that Page of Swords. It's okay. I got my throat sprays. I got my cough drops. I'll be all right. Let's see that Page of Swords, please. Let's see that Page of Swords. All right, what's up? Eight of Wands, Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles. There's something here you can't wait on anymore. Good for you that you realized it. I see so many people wasting time in the line. Now, don't get me wrong. There's times when we all have to do our time in the line. That's inevitable as being a human being. But there's something here that will not reconcile, and you don't want to look at it anymore. It's like you're not inspired to look at whatever that is anymore, to see if it's going to work out, if it's going to communicate. You've kept a loose eye on a situation that sometimes you communicate with it, but it seems so far removed from you, and where you are, you've given up on it. I don't know how else to put it. You would understand best. But you are showing me I give up on this. And that decision looks like it's not too far ago or not too long ago. Either it's too much at a distance from you physically, as in there's physical distance, and you just can't. You can't rely on communication anymore, because it's something about it still feels broken, and I still feel separated from it, and I don't feel like I'm part of it. The Page of Swords, like I said, is feeling ill-equipped. There's nothing that this Page of Swords can do about the situation. You're looking at it, you try to communicate with it, but you've lost that sense of inspiration to try to keep yourself attached to it via communication or anything else. Or let's say the situation's right there next to you. Same. You are still no longer inspired to give to it. You look at it, and you're looking at it, and you're like, this is a strong case of, this isn't going to work, and I know it. I don't want to stop it either. I don't want to prevent it. I don't want to try to fix it. I don't want to. It's that sense of the axe is going to fall. You know it. And you've known it, but you haven't prevented it. Maybe it's because you've accepted it. Maybe it's because you realize you don't want to participate in it anymore. Maybe it's because you realize you're the one that's executioner. I don't know. But it's a situation you've been looking at like the axe is going to fall. You lost interest in trying to communicate with it, keep in touch with it, to understand it. But there's a real break here, Five of Pentacles. And the inspiration for you to understand it, navigate it, work with it, it's gone. It's gone. It's just gone. Let's see your Six of Swords. I'm very curious about your movement away from this. I was like, I just can't wait on this anymore to mean something more to you, to try to prevent the break. It's like you just can't. You don't have the energy for it. It's like if I got to separate from this and move on from it, so be it. I don't have anything left to give it, and I don't want to keep waiting to find out. It's, there wasn't much there for you. How long that's the case or been the case, I could not say. I just know at some point you stopped looking towards it for inspiration. You're talking minimal responses, minimal reaction. See that Six of Swords, please? Let's see that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. So I see what you're leaving behind. And I have an idea of what you'd like to enter. That Knight of Wands on your downline. Over here in your overview. That's an entry point. I want to see where you are in the middle here. Six of Swords. Four of Cups, unhappiness, Ace of Cups, and not wanting to be unhappy. It's really that simple, guys. Sometimes it is that simple. So shall it be. Sometimes it is this simple. When we take away the fussiness and the hemming and hawing of what it is to be a human, sometimes we just know what we know. And some people arrive to that conclusion sooner than others. You arrive to the conclusion. I'm not saying it didn't take a minute, but I'm also saying once you knew, you knew. It's very Leo. It's very Leo. You know, a developed Leo specifically. All signs have an underdeveloped counterpart. Basically, it's all the cons or the minuses of a particular sign. You're showing me the pros today in that respect of I know myself and I can't see myself communicating or engaging with this anymore. I've lost the sense of inspiration to look out for it, to care for it. I see this, I recognize it. It's time for me to disengage from it. Okay. Fixed fire has a tendency, I need to be where I need to be. This ain't it. I'm not saying it perfect. What I'm saying is that you recognize the situation. How long? We'll get there. But you're doing something about it now. You're leaving behind unhappiness, and the more you literally, the Six of Swords is in between your transition spots. The more you leave this behind, you leave the unhappiness behind too. And it seems to open you up brilliantly to an Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Again, it's not perfect, but you really are showcasing, this is what I'm exiting, and this is what I'm trying to enter. Hopefully that Six of Swords, your transition era, which is where it looks like you are right now, is smooth for you. May it be calm waters. Whatever this is, hopefully it's not putting up too much of a fuss or a fight. But there's an Ace of Cups and a Queen of Wands, and don't you feel a lot better now that you are actually doing something that's right for you? Your heart's not done with adventures. You would still have new love. You would still feel passionate and alive once more. Which leads into the Knight of Wands. It's funny, my first thought on opening is like, am I looking at a Leo or... But when I clarify, it's like, there it is. That kind of courage and energy. I know what I know and I need to act on it. That was Leo. Let's see that Knight of Wands, please. Let's see that Knight of Wands. Let's see that Knight of Wands. It has nothing to do with being mean or being aggressive. It's just simply, I know my truth. And my fire's got to go somewhere, and you can't keep pointing your fire at something that you're clearly not interested in anymore. Which I know is easier said than done. But like I said, it's like there's this element here of the axe is waiting to fall. I might as well just officiate it, you know, make it official. Let's see that Knight of Wands, please. Show me that Knight of Wands. I have an idea of what it's tied to. I would say that Lovers there is kind of a keg, a powder keg compared to where you're coming from. Four Swords, Temperance, the Eight of Swords, yeah. Okay, you definitely want a sense of direction before you completely get up and go. You're going to take a moment to cleanse the palate, as I often say, particularly where your passion is concerned. Don't get me wrong, you have a strong sense of motivation of what it is you want to feel again, particularly in that sense of wanting to feel alive and feeling full in your heart once more. Yeah, you got that. As you complete this exit, the more alive you feel. However, your Knight of Wands, which is your actual physical output energy that goes outwards outside of you, says, hold on, don't rush into anything too fast, nor should you. I always recommend what you call a palate cleansing or cup cleansing, and that's what you're doing. Four Swords, Temperance, the Eight of Swords. You're saying, hold on, before we get over here to this Lovers that is calling you, it's beckoning you, it connects strongly to your soul or sense of will. You say, I need time to rest. and heal myself and just make sure I know what the heck I'm doing before I go crashing in there. So like I said, you are showing me characteristics that are more indicative to a developed Leo as opposed to an underdeveloped Leo that might just go out there and rush into the next thing. You're saying you won't do that. You know how to control yourself, that you listen to your passion, absolutely, but you don't let it dictate who you are. That yes, there's a big difference between feeling alive and just being foolish, right? I agree. So this is good. This is good. You are taking that time to kind of get yourself in order, clean yourself up, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you want to call it, rest yourself. And just make sure that your mind is on point with your actions. Okay, which is good. This is all good stuff I'm saying here for you today. Oh, this Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, it's very different. It's very different from where you're coming from. Let's go ahead and say, I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just completely different. It feels completely different. Knights of Pentacles, some of this Knight of Pentacles. What's more, it's not about speed here. It's about knowing thyself, you know? It's not. Somebody can move naturally fast and someone can move naturally slow. If two people want to make it work, they find each other's rhythms and they compromise. So it's not really about speed. It's about, do your goals match, and are you moving in the same direction more or less at the same time? And you're saying that was the biggest point of contention right there. It's kind of like I said, the axe is waiting to fall. So you could be on the receiving end of that axe, or you could be the executioner. I suppose that's one way to look at it. But you saw it. All right, let's see that Knight of Pentacles, please. Show me this. Let's see that Knight of Pentacles, please. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. There it is on the midline. This person. Pentacle, 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 Pentacle. So much Pentacle. Now I have nothing against the Pentacle game. Okay? I believe in security. I believe in shoring oneself up. I believe in being a contributor to society. Have a purpose. Right? Have a purpose. It's not enough to just want and love and have sexy, fun time adventures. No, you need to have a purpose in this life. You need to work hard. Even if it's not about coin, the idea is you need to put yourself into something, dedicate yourself to a sense of goal, contribution to yourself or to society. I don't care. Do something. Well, this person has that attached to them, but that seems to be their only focus. And it's not an accusation. When we overly preoccupy ourselves with the 3D, we don't leave ourselves much room for emotional or spiritual essence. And this person has very little room to breathe in their emotional and spiritual essence. It's just so focused on the 3D. I don't see them giving any other parts of themselves. But their time, energy, and effort, I believe to this person, is a big deal. It is. How they spend their days is a big deal. And they spend their time. It's all work all the time. It's all work all the time. And even the stuff that may not be work on paper is work to them. They take their sense of ownership of goals and obligations and contracts very seriously, but nothing about their rhythm seems to change. And again, that's not a crime. I don't see you tuning into it. I don't see you tuning into it. I see you waiting for them in the sense of, or you used to. You don't have your eye on that, and you haven't for a long time. Waiting for the energies to ease up, or communication will save the day, or my showing up over and over again. Well, that all that came way down for you. Whatever this rhythm is for this person doesn't match yours. It is very, 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 it's coin across the board. And this person's like this. They know this about themselves. Knight of Pentacles. I don't want them to apologize for this. But if it was meant to be some sort of emotional connection to you, it's not there. It's not there. Okay? It's almost like this person sees themselves as like a fine wine. They don't want to share it until the time is right, and but they're missing out on life too. You know. And that also includes what they experience with you. Any sort of emotional development with anybody. always putting their emotional selves last for the sake of coin or work. And I understand and respect it a great deal. I know what it's like, guys. I know what it's like to build that level of wealth and to do the diligence and to be thorough and methodical. And it means sacrificing a lot of personal self and personal time. But the idea is you eventually savor it. When is it enough for this person to stop saving and start living? I don't know. But I am sympathetic towards them. I am. And it makes me think, if they were connected to the right person, they could put their tools down long enough to enjoy themselves. So maybe you're not the right person for them either, you know? It's not an insult. It's just two people either match or they don't. And I'm not saying you two match. Not for a long time. Perhaps you used to. But we're looking at today, not 10 years ago. See what I'm saying? We need to work with present day energies. Let's see that Two of Pentacles, please. Perhaps they do work two jobs. Sometimes that Two of Pentacles, more often that shows up as confusion. Confusion, and sometimes it's just a multitude of activities. And given the heaviness of this person's pentacle self, that might be it. Like I said, I'm sympathetic. I am. It sucks when you work that hard, and the irony is that you push people away in your own sense of security. To secure thyself, you actually sometimes can make yourself extremely insecure if you can't get anyone to emotionally attach to you because you're so busy working. You know, it's not a fault. It just says you two don't match up, you know. Okay. Let's see that Two of Pentacles. Let's see that Two of Pentacles. I mean, it's all coin so far. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking for the mentality. I'm looking for the emotionality. All I got is coin. Again, my heart goes out to this person. The Magician. Six of Pentacles. Oh, my God. I was already saying, I'm going to see some desire. I didn't. Oh, bless them. Bless this person so much. I do. I hope they get a break. I think you do too, but somehow you realized you're not their break, you're not their vacation, you're not their person to pull them out of this. They want more coin. They want more coin. They want more balances. It's almost like they're overcompensating for coin that they don't have, or perhaps the balancing act with this person is imperative at this time. I couldn't say. It's outstanding though. They have such a huge sense of conservation tied to who they are, and that's not a bad thing. But when you are this knee-deep in pentacle, 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 you forsake the self. You forsake the self. You're a living being, too. You're more than what you can earn and provide, which is weird saying that because I have such a huge respect for earning and providing. I do. I promise you, honey. I don't believe in being lazy, and I don't believe in being a non-contributive person to society. Get off your ass and do something. Honestly, that where you have no freedom of emotional expression, enough time to sit down and think your own damn thoughts, you end up pushing people away. Or it's not even pushing them away, it's just you can't connect to them. They have no room. Where's the room to connect with anybody at the intimate emotional level? Where is it? They have no space. It's like they don't want the space. They want to preoccupy every corner of their life. Why? I don't know. I'm not doing a profile today. This is a silhouette at best. It's not their reading, it's yours. I can see where you exit this and leave it behind and you feel better. You leave the disappointment and trying to act like a functionary. No wonder you didn't have much room to give this either. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. The sense of preoccupation is so high with this person. What are they trying to prove here? How busy they are? I don't know. I could not say. I could not say. Some people, I wish I could dial down. Some people are just all water all the time, and I just want to dial down their emotions and anchor them into reality. And then there's people who are so engrossed in reality, I want to dial up their emotions. It's like, you realize you are a human being. You're supposed to feel things. You're not just a robot. You're not just a machine out there trying to kill that coin every day. Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Are they trying to build a business from the ground up? Are they trying to... Do they have more than one job? Which I keep coming back to that. Do they have to provide for multiple dependents? I'm trying to understand this person. It's hard, though. Excuse me. I am aware, yes, I am aware that I'm heavy breathing. That I can't do much about that, guys. Okay. Let's see that Six of Pentacles. Strength, King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is going to make you feel any more comfortable. They're saying they're doing all this for you. They're saying they do all this for you to make you feel secure and each other secure. Not just you, it's them too. But they're saying you're a primary driver in this. And that's what I was looking for. What's the motivation? I didn't think they were a bad person. I just didn't understand their motivation. You. Their love of you specifically for your own sense of security. They're saying that they work like this to secure you or make you feel secure. Strength, King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. There you are, strength. They say they do all this for you, to secure you, to make you feel balanced, and that to create balance between you two. There is what I was looking for. Motivation. And strength in the heart to do this. They say they do this for you. Some things, sometimes our endeavors are such, we get so preoccupied with them, we forget to tell the other person why we're doing it all. Or we just take for granted everyone knows what we're doing and why we're doing it. I see you disengaged from this. The more you realize how little room there is for you, ironically, you start the leaving process and you feel better doing it. As you leave, they try to reassure you this is all for you, for your sense of security. You know? It's really hard to take sides on this one. Try not to. It's not you versus, it's yours, theirs. There's a side to this one. Don't get me wrong. I'll call an asshole. That's a non-issue for me. It's all in the name of the channel, honey. It's not the passive Scorpion Tarot. But let's get over to that shared, because they're showing me the passage of time. And it is interesting to me, they're showing me how they're balancing that Six of Pentacles. I need more security, I need to balance this, is for you, or out of love for you specifically. So this person's love language is clearly through doing, acquiring, and acting. Okay? Your love language is love and the expression of it. Feeling feelings and being allowed to express them and show them. Here, like I'm tired of intervening or trying to find my place in your activities. So I don't think your love language was being met. And they didn't really tell you what their efforts were for until the very end. Something like this. But if it means making you feel secure, they're saying they'll work all day long. Okay. Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance. Now, let's take a look at Judgment here. No, just because somebody works all the time doesn't mean they're a bad person. Negligent of emotions at best. But it's like I said, this is that person, I think, who has that mentality. I'm just going to save this wine until it's at the height, until it's at its best height, and then we can all enjoy it. Forgetting the fact that we should enjoy ourselves every day to some way, to some extent. I'm not saying you have to be over the top with joy every day. That's not realistic. It's not feasible. But understanding that you want to feel love and feel generally good about yourself every day, yeah, that should be there too. Let's see that judgment, please. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. We have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers. Okay. That's interesting. Going back to the Lovers, which I was wondering if we were going to get back to that because it's in your overview and it's quite powerful. And then I see your jump off point between exiting out of this and transitioning into a strong connection. You taking your time and rest in that interim. Then we get over here. You show me a little bit more about that Lovers. It's a little bit more under the microscope. So you're saying you've put off a Lovers connection as long as you humanly could. Something that you deeply feel connected to. Now, how long you've known it or known of it, I don't know. It's just been wrestling around in your spirit for a long time. And you said you put it off as long as possible, that was your decision. That was your judgment call. A connection that you can actually access in terms of emotionality, drive, spiritual connection, mental connection, something that goes beyond just the 3D. Okay. Which is weird. I can't begin to tell you how much I see the opposite. I feel this and I feel that, but I can't pull it into the 3D. You had somebody here that's very heavily 3D oriented, but you can't access the emotions or the humanness in it. It is clearly what you need. Okay. So therefore, you're making a very difficult decision, and I mean very difficult decision, to go towards what you need. Okay. You're making that decision to go towards what you need, but you withheld from that decision for as long as possible. Okay. You always refrained from deeply connecting to that which you need the most, and that's intimacy, emotional intimacy, feelings of love, celebrated joy, and just as I said, a deep connection. Deep. Okay. It's looking like you are now choosing the opposite, where you used to forego pursuing that kind of connection. Okay? You are now saying, I believe yes to it. It's coming up twice for you. 7 of Pentacles. Okay? Let's see that 7 of Pentacles. I'm not downsizing it. I could see the plateau energies here. It's been like this for a long time. With you and whomever this is. Okay? Let's see that 7 of Pentacles. Show me that 7 of Pentacles. Show me that 7 of Pentacles. Show me that 7 of Pentacles, please. This is what I think. I think you have best efforts, and I think that they have best efforts, but your two best efforts don't match. And they probably haven't for a long time. Think of it that way. I don't see that you two mean each other harm. I don't. I think you have needs that need to be met. I think they have needs that need to be met. And you both kind of assumed you knew how to fulfill each other's needs, and that's clearly not the case, and it took a lot of time to point this out to you both. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. And I see you leaning into the Lovers, whereas before you used to reject it. Hold on. We'll get back to that. There's that 6 of Pentacles again, Queen of Swords. 10 of Cups. This person is adamant that it's all about the greater sense of security and comfort. You know, they have a very strong love language, which is providing. Okay. Consistency and providing, and this is why I've done it. I did it all for you, or I did it all for us. You know, and it took time. It took a lot of time, and their argument is reasonable. These kind of things do take a lot of time, and they take a lot of resources, and it took a lot of time away from me in the home and developing and making memories with you. So I put in the overtime. I worked extra, Okay. I understand their argument. I don't minimize it at all. I have full respect for it. I also understand and respect your side. Like I said, neither one of you is wrong, but you are both right. How do I know this? You say you know what you need, They say they know what they need. That means you're both right. You're just not right for each other. Not that I see it. Okay. Your mind is kind of set on exiting this. The stability is incredibly high, but it's also plateaued. You say you already know what to expect from it, and you stopped taking an eye out on it a long time ago for improvements. Or intimate inclusion, memories, emotionality. You've come to terms with that. As you continue to exit this, I see you transition into something quite powerful. And you are, as far as I can tell, preparing yourself for it spiritually. Okay. Whether or not you know the lover yet, I don't know. I don't know. I just see how you've refrained from it up until this point, and as you exit this, you blossom into the idea of the lovers. They themselves, as you continue to exit, they continue to protest about what it's all about. And this is why I've been working my ass off. Okay? So again, you're both right. Just not right for each other. Not that I see. You're not willing to compromise, neither are they. They have a very set picture of what this relationship's supposed to look like. This is where I see their inflexibility. I see your kind of mental and emotional and spiritual preparedness to exit. So no, I think you two are past the stage of flexibility and trying to incorporate. You're saying, I already know what to expect from this. And they're like, this is what I expect our relationship to look like, and that's what I thought we were building towards. Okay. So again, neither one of you is wrong. Okay. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. It took a long time to achieve this particular balance, and the idea is that I was doing this for our happiness. Ten of Cups, our sense of security with each other and anything else that might be within our emotional proximity. I kept it together for us, for our families, who knows. All that's in there. Temperance, which I saw for you over here. Okay. Let's see if you use temperance to continue to pause and hesitate and digest these facts. Let's see temperance, please. Yes, you are still performing a palate cleanser, but I also see you keeping yourself from running out the door towards a connection. Let's see if you have more to pause on. Let's see. Temperance, please. Show me temperance, show me temperance, show me temperance. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Tower. I see you proceeding and moving forward. Okay. That is absolutely your choice. It means breaking up some of the foundation that I've seen here today, clearly. Okay. I advocate choice. What is in your best interest? Because what happens when we don't act in our best interests, we continue to play along and therefore play stupid and cause more problems. So that means if you know yourself, you have your mind set up, you own the decision, you reduce chances of second guessing yourself or feeling like you effed up. Okay? We want to reduce that. And that means coming to terms with hard truths and acting on them accordingly. So yes, your temperance is here, and you are showing patience to the situation. You are hesitating, but with reason. At first, I said it's because you didn't want to rush out the door to a strong connection. You wanted to make sure it was correct for you. That still stands. There's an additional layer of temperance here today, and it's in respect to what parts of your foundation are going to change from this point forward, because their argument stands and it's inflexible. They say they know what makes this relationship what it is. From their point of view, once more they are correct. But then again, they could have that high level of security and stability with anyone, and it should be with someone who understands that that's the language that that relationship is built upon. That is not the language for which the relationship is built upon for you. Okay, so again, this is going to be one of the most neutral readings I've ever done, and where it's like, no, one person is outstandingly wrong here. I have to insist upon that point. Both of your sides are valid equally. Okay? So that means when two people are right, they're just not right for each other. Here's two truths. They're both accurate. What happens is they knock each other out because they're different. If you had two truths that matched, you stay together. But as it were, you had two separate truths. One that's right for you, one that's right for them. But they don't match. Get it? If someone was outstandingly wrong, okay, and someone was outstandingly right, this is that energy that's right, this is the one that's wrong. They have nothing to stand upon. The other one can rise or stay where they are, whatever. Okay? See what I'm saying? This is honestly that case where two people are right about here. You have your point of view, they have theirs. Okay? So in this case, we are going to have to do, again, that thing, is this right for me? Is this right for me? Because they have an inflexible point of view about what all this was about. You know, it's not just about you and I and how we love each other or express our intimacy or don't. It's about this greater extent of the thing. That's what I was working for. What about you, Leo? And you're like, I need to know that I'm loved in this connection. I'm not just a bill or a factor or something that can add up or stack up to stability at the end of the day. I'm more inclusive than that. Anyway, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Swords, the Tower. There it is. With some sadness, of course, reasonably. But with temperance here and consolidating ourselves to these difficult truths, we are willfully shaping our foundation into new terms and definitions. I still see you proceeding when the time is right towards that strong connection. Like I said, it hits like a powder keg and kind of reshaping your future where it gets out of this, what feels a little bit suffocating, yes, into a very structured box that is indeed stable, but it doesn't seem to have much room for the emotional self. Never mind the emotional selves of two people. Okay. I know that was a hard pull right there towards the end, but it was still over a Six of Pentacles. At the end of the day, I feel like this person just wants to know everything's okay, practically speaking, which again isn't wrong. It's just not for you. Okay, you got to ask yourself, is it enough for me to stay in a long-term relationship just to make someone practically feel secure? Because again, they could achieve that with anybody. Okay. Oh my gosh, this one went way over. Was not expecting that. The offer of Venus. Yes, I know. I see this often when the lovers pop up. I'm not surprised by this at all. Okay. No, that's the offer of Venus. I know you feel it. I know you feel its promise. It's one of the things that pulls you in towards out of this to connect with someone who is more of codependent stability. That's, yeah. I didn't see the devil here, but I got it. The person whom we are exiting, they have a very strong sense of dependency on stability, that sense of security. I need to know all is well. I need to know all is well. I need to know all is well. And that bit there towards the end where I was doing this all for you, and I'm sure in their mind and in their heart, that's what they really honestly felt, but leaning so heavily on the practicalities and pragmatism and structure, and I need everything to be sound and secure and just so, it does feel a little suffocating. Yes. Okay. It does. That sense I need to be reassured constantly that all is well. Some of you have been receiving messages in dreams. The stronger the connection, the more likely that is true. Okay. Some of you might have been seeing exotic birds recently. I don't know how to explain that. Dark night of the soul, crossroads, and separation. Oh, no, baby, that's what I saw. Dark night of the soul, crossroads, and separation. There it is. It sounds so simple, but that's kind of what this looks like. How we're going to alter the foundation or your sense of stability, as you understand, took time, temperance, and healing. It's at that point of crossroads where it's coming up for many of you. Leo, I have to wrap this up. It went well over, but it was also well worth it. Regardless, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.